Hello everyone, Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm here today with an unboxing from Journalsay or Journalsay, and they do all sorts of craft supplies focused towards journaling. And they contacted me and asked if they could give me a coupon for some freebies and share them with you. And so I said, well, why not? I had a look at what they did and what they were about, and managed to find some lovely yummies. So I've gotten all of these for free. However, I decided not to join their affiliate program. You know, where you leave links and you earn money off of people's orders. I don't like to do that. That's just me. So anything you like, go and order it. Have a look what they've got. See if anything that I've chosen is what you'd choose. And yeah, so no pressure because I'm not doing commission sales. So it arrived in this lovely box, super sturdy. Super sturdy. Let's turn it this way because my desk's only little. Super sturdy. This was in bubble wrap and then obviously in the packaging from the courier. They gave me $100, which after taxes I ended up with about £70 in GBP, Great British Pounds. About £70 worth of product. So, you know, I'm not going to say no to some nice free stuff. So they sent me this lovely card here. You get a discount, 5% off your next order. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Asking if you want to join the Incentive Creator Program. You need to have 300 YouTube views. If you're on Instagram, 500, TikTok, 800, Pinterest, 300. So if it was something you were interested in, you could join the Creator Fund and get paid for promoting their products. It's not for me. I don't like to pressure people. Lovely sticker there. You make my heart smile. I'm thinking of you every step of the way. That's nice, isn't it? I might stick that in my... Just a minute. Look. Where can we stick that? Oh, I think I might add it there with that nice texture paste flower. There we go. Thank you very much. But nothing goes to waste here. I will use the bubble wrap. So let's have a look what I received. So I had to edit this video and do a voiceover because there's so much product, it took me over 40 minutes. These blending brushes are so soft, they're lovely. They're a little bit smaller than the ones I've already got, which makes it ideal for detailed stencil work. And they've got a protective cap, which is brilliant because I store mine in a cup next to my wall and it will stop me getting ink on the wall. So these paint brushes are fine line brushes, so they're very, very thin and very delicate, and I got them for detailed paint work. They are natural hair, so they're not acrylic. They were very, very inexpensive. So I'm not going to be precious about whether I use them for watercolours or acrylics because, you know, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to do some awesome detail with those. These binder clips were a great purchase. These will be perfect for holding my journal pages out of the way, whether it be my art journaling pages or my normal handmade journals. And this tape here is like a sticker tape, and it looks like fairy lights. It's hard to show everything in detail because my desk's quite small, and but it's lovely. So, you know, I've got an idea for a journal page that I'm planning, and I want these in the background on the top to look like fairy lights. So the back of those like sticker rolls, and here's another, and this one is florals, and it's got like gold foil in the beautiful. So the back is almost like a flexible acetate, and it's not sticky on the back, so you must peel the sticker off the front. I wasn't able to do it to order on the camera under pressure. I might need to use a pokey tool, but once I've figured out how they come off, you know, I'm good to go. And you get heaps and heaps and heaps, and you can cut them up individual. You could use them in a row. They're just beautiful. and I couldn't help but order this. I wanted to order 2 of these, but I didn't want to be greedy. And it's a large blending brush. That's quite a good size, so that will make you know, inking large stencils a lot easier. And the handle there is, I don't know if it's wood or some sort of sturdy resin that feels like wood, but it's very sturdy, and it comes in that base so that you are not getting ink everywhere. Brilliant. And I think it was about £2 or something silly. Those are months of the year stamps, and they're not over large, but I didn't want them over large. And you've got a nice chunky wooden block there to hold on to, and they are rubber stamps. And this was, I think this was my most luxurious purchase, as it were, although I didn't purchase them, I got them free, but you know, out of my budget. And I've been after some of these for a long time, and they come in this lovely wooden box where you've got metal hinges and the metal closure, and they are like typesetter stamps, so individual letters of the alphabet, so you can spell out what you want. And you've got that lovely chunky wooden handle there, and you've got the you can see what they are because they've got like a black label on the top of each one, so very, very easy to see what you're doing, and they're going to be super useful for stamping out, you know, my own quotes, my own words. And these die cuts are absolutely beautiful. They're like a soft shabby vintage in blues with butterflies and florals. There's frames and like flourishes. They are stunning. They're not chipboard, but they are a good weight cardboard or cardstock, and the details are fabulous. The way they've been cut out is precise. They're just beautiful. The colours are vibrant and clear. There's nothing, you know, out of focus. These are like cluster border strips, and it's hard to see on the camera. I should have maybe zoomed in a bit further, but hey ho, there's so much tiny little detail on those, and the quality of the images is beautiful. Tiny little butterflies, tiny little tags, tiny little words, tiny little frames and tags. They are just beautiful, and they're just stunning. I'm really, really thrilled with everything I've bought. Do go over to Journalsay. It's Journalsay, www.journalsay.com. This is budget friendly crafting, and one of the main reasons why I agreed to receive the items for free. Obviously it's useful to me because it helps build my stash, but the main reason that I wanted to share is because once I looked at the website and realised how budget friendly it is, it makes crafting available to everybody. Not everybody can afford top brands of everything, okay? And so this makes it affordable for everybody. You can build a collection with not a lot of money. And I think I bought these border stickers or cluster stickers in about, I must have got a bundle because I've got them in a hot heap of different colours and different styles, you know. Some are vintage, some are shabby, some are not. Now most of the things that I've chosen are like what I call shabby vintage because that's the style that I work in. There is lots of different kinds of styles of product over there. Go and have a look. So this is a 100 sheet paper pad. They're only small papers, but look at those images. They are beautiful, and I thought they would be perfect for my art journal, or you could make tags out of them. They're so pretty. I'm absolutely thrilled, and I'm thrilled with everything that I've received. The quality is top notch. The clarity of the images is beautiful. The colourways are lovely. I've not come across any funky spellings, you know, things spelt in the wrong way or anything like that. These are beautiful. These are a popular type of crafty item, but these are in a very budget friendly format. And I like the smaller sizes. I do like the smaller sizes for my work because, you know, I like to make clusters and things like that. And there you can see I've got them in different styles. I've got one's a steampunk, and then there's several different vintage ones, and they're all different. It's not like if you buy the bundle you're going to get repeats of all the same things. All of them are different. These are just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And these kind of things, you know, if you've got them to hand, it makes your life easier. You can just reach for them and you can build your collages and clusters very, very quickly. And you get little paper sheets in with each one of those. Those are great value for money. I think I bought a bundle of all of them, but you can buy them individually. More stickers. I've got enough stickers to stick my way between where I live in Yorkshire and Paris. So make sure you stay to the end for a little bit of a share. These are stunning. So I got these in like monotone. They're like grey and black and with some white. These are the like cherry blossoms, or there's a word for them, is it sanuki or something like that, I don't know. But you know, the traditional Chinese style blossoms, which I absolutely adore. And every single one is beautiful. I'm absolutely in love with them. And they're a decent size as well. So you could complete a journal just using these. And if you check out social media and type in Journalsay, you will see lots of creators using these products and doing art journals, using mostly these kind of stickers like I'm showing you here. And this collection's pretty awesome because you're getting one on a clear background, which will peel off clear, and one on like a washi paper background. I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm going to go back and see if there's any more. See if I can re-find this one and see if there's any more, because I'm super impressed with this little booklet. I don't have the codes for anything because I didn't save them. And they do change their stock quite regularly. So if you see something you like, grab it, because, you know, the popular things do sell out. So if they're there, grab them. But have a good look, have a real good browse. There's absolutely heaps of things on there. You can refine your search by your colourways and your styles, but I literally went through every single page of the website. It took me, I think it probably took me about 2 hours to go through every single item because I really wanted to have a look. I was making sure there wasn't loads of like counterfeit products as well. I didn't come across any. I wouldn't purposely buy any, which is always a worry, I know, for some people, which is why I've addressed it. I didn't see any. They're just gorgeous. Just gorgeous, you know. Look at those. So those in like a lavender blue tone. And I don't think I've even picked up one thing that I don't like. I like everything and I will use everything. So have a good look on the site. You can home in on each individual product and have a really good look and see what you like. The sizes are not over large, but they're not teeny tiny things that are going to be fiddly and of no use. You can see them in my hand there. They're quite a good size. I love these. They're like tags. And where you can see the window there, that's going to be clear on your page. So, you know, if you had a coloured background or you wanted to layer it over paper, they're just going to look phenomenal. So this one, I think, is like an old paper style. So these clusters are meant to look like old ripped pages, and there's butterflies and frames and bits of embellishments and ephemera on there and doilies. And they're just beautiful. And like I say, very, very budget friendly. So you could quite easily build up a collection for your journal making, for your journals, tags. I'm giving a heart sign there because those must be ones that I particularly like. Or just your creating, your card making. You know, I see people, I don't know if I've said this, I do tend to repeat myself, making little journals on social media just using these stickers, and they look amazing. Those are beautiful. Those were black and cream ones. This is some more papers that I've got for art journaling or collage or making masterboards for your journaling tags or your ATCs. You've got a ready-made background that you can work with, or you can rip them up and, you know, collage with them. Just stunning. I've got quite a few different ones in different colours and different styles, so that I've got myself now quite a nice little collection of papers. Beautiful. And they're not a massive size, so you're not going to have loads of scraps and loads of waste. And like I keep saying, the prices are phenomenal. Those images are bold and bright and vibrant, and the vellum ones look a little bit darker, but once they are glued on a page they will be brighter. Alphabet stamps, always a winner. Ledger stamps, and they're quite large, those. I really like those. And then these are just some sentiments. I think they're meant to be Alice in Wonderland kind of a vibe, but they're quite large, so I thought they'd be good for my art journal. Then these are messy stitches. I've wanted some like this for quite a while. I can't wait to get using them, to be honest. Some more collage papers. Like I said, go and have a look. There's something for everybody. These are beautiful, really beautiful. You can come up with some really fabulous masterboards or art journal pages using just these pages. They're going to be awesome. And I've got yet more. I feel a bit guilty how much I've got, but I'm going to relieve my guilt later in the video, as you will see, because I do feel a little tiny bit guilty because there's an awful lot of things here. You know, I was very, very lucky to be given this opportunity, and I am very, very grateful, because I'm not a person that buys heaps and heaps and heaps of craft stuff. I'm a big believer in use what you've got, but these are so budget friendly. I think it makes it accessible to anybody, which is why, as I say, that's why I wanted to share. These stencils are so big, they're massive, brilliant, because a lot of my other stencils are quite small, like A5, and these are huge, and look at the detail on them. And they're a nice weight as well. They're not flimsy, they're decent, so they're going to be awesome in my art journal. I can't wait. And you get a little ring to hold them on, which is really handy. And then last of all, I've got another couple of stencils which are quite large. I've been trying to get some larger stencils to give me some bigger patterns for my journals. So yeah, heaps and heaps of stuff, absolutely heaps.
Wow, what an amazing selection. I didn't quite realise that my money had gone so far. So let me just remind you, all of those things that I've got, plus all of the blending brushes, the painting brushes, the clips, the stamping blocks, the other stamping sets, these are the sets, the pad, and obviously the lovely, and how much is there here. So that shows you how cheap each individual thing is, bearing in mind this was the most expensive thing at £7. Nobody can argue that the prices aren't brilliant. So because there is so much stuff here, and if you've stayed to the end, well done. I'm going to be doing 2 packages of Happy Mail from this collection. I'm not going to use all of this in 10 lifetimes, okay? Now, there's going to be some stuff that won't be in there. These won't be in there. That won't be in there. But, the stickers and the papers, I might, probably put one of these brushes in. The things that I can split up that I don't necessarily... I need these. I'm not being tight, but I need these, and I need these, and I need these. But all of the stickers and the papers and the die cuts, I'm going to share them. So I'm going to do 2 Happy Mail packages. Hopefully they'll go in a large letter. Hopefully. What I might do is be sly and take that cap off. If you end up with a brush with no cap, it's because I'm trying to save on postage. It is only going to be... no. I was going to say UK only just because of the cost. But no. I will send international, but an international won't get anything that's bulky like that. It will all just be stickers and papers. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 packages, 1 international... Well, it doesn't matter. Worldwide, okay? So what you need to do is comment in the description box below. Let me think. I'd like it to go to somebody that watches me regularly and has followed me for a long time. Let me think. Or that you could maybe do some digging and find out, what star sign am I? What is my star sign? And you need to put that in the comments, along with which part of the world you're from, to be entered into the Happy Mail draw. So say where you're from and what is my star sign. Okay, because if you're resourceful, you can find out. So thank you for your time, and I hope that little giveaway makes it worthwhile. And I've got to put all this away now and split some up into some Happy Mail. Thanks for watching. Take care. Go and check out Journalsay. You can see how far your money will go. It's absolutely awesome. Bye for now.